to your point, when we put in the mask ordinance, we saw a steady decline in both positive cases and in hospitalizations for several months after that. But in the last, I would say 2 to 3 weeks, we've seen a steady increase, both in positive cases but also in hospitalizations in Tulsa. And so, it has reached a level that I don't feel comfortable with, but I want to visit with our hospitals and get their thoughts on it. We've always known that once we moved into the fall that we would see an increase, but as far as specifically what steps need to be taken, I want to visit with Dr. Dart and with my colleagues on the council before I could say any specifics there. Again, everything that we do relative to this, at least for me, the most important thing is that we're protecting our hospital capacity, and we're getting into ranges right now that we haven't really been in since July. And if you recall, that's when the time period when we felt it necessary to implement a mask ordinance in the first place. And so what types of mitigation measures need to be put in as we see those rates creeping back up? That's something that the council and I will be discussing over the next couple of weeks, would be my expectation. I would also, I saw earlier, I think Chief Hoskin is calling for a statewide mask order. I've said it before, I've said it again, I agree with him, I agree with Dr. Dart. It would be very valuable for us in Tulsa County if the suburban communities are not going to do it. The only other person that can do it would be the governor in the state of Oklahoma, because I think a lot of the hospitalizations that we're seeing right now are an impact of, or a factor of us not having the level of mask compliance in other communities that you would see here in Tulsa.